All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Alright.
All right. Let me play you something real quick. All right. Listen to this piece. See how it's a nice, light, and playful style. All right. You know a word that will help you figure out what that is? And there's also lots of good dynamic contrast with it as well. Alright, that's a scherzo, and that's one of the words that we'll be learning today. Are you familiar with that piece at all? Okay. Have you ever played a scherzo before?
Don't think so.
Okay. Alright, so here's our words for today. We have rubato, which is a temporary irregularity of time, lengthening some notes at the expense of others. Coda, which is the final added measures of a musical composition. And a scherzo, which is playfully, usually in rapid tempo, with rhythmic and dynamic contrast, like what we just listened to. An example of rubato, so it's a temporary irregularity of time. So that would be something like if I was playing something just straight. It's generally kind of still in time, but there are some notes that are getting more space in between them, and the notes after them are having to be shortened. Does that make sense? Alright, good. And then the coda, I have a printout. So you see in this piece, we have the coda symbol right there. That's what that is. It looks like a target. And then right there it says DC al coda, which means go back to the top until you get to the coda symbol. And then you go to where the coda is, and you finish it out. So the coda is these last measures of the piece, which that's where you get the definition, final added measures of a musical composition. Sorry. So that's that. Are there any questions?
None I can think of.
Alright, so what I want you to do for these definitions is you have the definitions right here, so you can use those. And what I want you to do is use these. There's 3 of them here. And this is called a Freire model. Alright, so what you're going to do in there is you're going to put the term in the middle, and then you're going to have a definition, not the exact definition, but one in your own words, okay? And then you're going to list some characteristics of it over here. Does that make sense so far?
Yep.
Okay. And then you will put some examples of this, and then some non-examples. Does that make sense? Alright. So, here you go. I will help guide you through this. And if you have any questions along the way, just ask. Alright, so your first term is going to be rubato. Alright, so write this definition in your own words. In the top left corner.
Alright.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Let's see.
good. Now write some characteristics of it. So since this one is rubato, you might want to say it might sound uneven. That could be a characteristic. Things like that. Off balance. Try to get 3 or 4. Alright, and think about some of your own experiences where you might have had some kind of rubato kind of playing or things like that, and you can write examples. Like it could be pieces, or you could write down different rhythms. Okay, good. Now some non-examples. So anything that would not be rubato. Alright, very good. Alright, now do the same thing for the other 2 definitions. The next one is coda. Alright, good. Now fill the rest of it out on your own. Make sure you're getting at least 2 examples and 2 non-examples. At least. Alright, very good. Now the last one is going to be the scherzo, like what we listened to earlier. That's a really good definition. Alright. Very good. I like those noun examples. Very good. Okay. So, do you think you got a good handle on the definition of these three terms?
Say so, yep.
Alright, good. I like the confidence. Alright, so I have this quiz here on it. You just gotta put your name and your own words of the definition. And then I will give you a score at the end and we'll see how you do.
Okay.
Put those where you don't see them so you can't cheat.
Let's see. I'm gonna
Please forgive me.
have to put for the last.
That's so funny. That's so funny. You think you didn't do so good?
Probably not.
Okay, well, you obviously guessed on the last one. But the other two are pretty good. Alright? So, you'll get a 2 out of 3, which is okay. We can work off that.
I thought the last one was a pretty good point, but okay.
I mean, it was close. It's not quite there. Alright, so these terms will come up in the future because sorry, we can't do this without laughing. These terms will come up in the future in your studies.
Oh man.
Alright, so they're very common in modern band music. So at some point or another, you will see all of these definitions in your literature. Alright, and that's the end of the lesson. Forgive me for the laughing. Sorry.